What's happening in Coachella Valley? Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com on a beautiful, beautiful summer day. Hey guys, don't forget, next Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, is the first day of fall. But look, we're driving right through the pass here, and I just want you guys to enjoy the beautiful view in front of us. Heading to Orange County this morning, passing 62 up here, Highway 62. Of course, if you head down 62, you can get to Yucca and Joshua Tree National Park. So, just coming right through here, the pass. Of course, the windmills are to the right and to the left. No matter how you feel about them, you can enjoy them this morning. Let me know where you guys are watching from, and make sure you share this with a friend. Hey Cynthia, thank you for joining us from Illinois. How's it going out there? Any signs of winter there? So we are traveling on I10 West. Of course, 100 miles directly. Coachella Valley is 100 miles east of Los Angeles. Some other information about the Coachella Valley. We have the B&P Parabon Open. It's going to be on October 4th. That Big Tim's tournament has been postponed for 2020 and, of course, 2021. This will be the first time that they've had it, that are having it in the fall, and we're really excited about our tennis tournament being back in town. Of course, all the number ones come out here. This is one of the richest purses on the WTA ATP Tour. And in fact, our tennis tournament out here has both men and women. There's only a couple of tournaments in the entire around the world that actually have both the men and women playing at the same time. It's a 2-week-long tournament. Super exciting. The second largest tennis stadium in the world, right here in Indian Wells in Coachella Valley. Hey Gloria from Indio. I know where Indio is. Climbing up a little elevation here as we head toward Banning and Beaumont, and we are going through the San Gorgonio Pass. And of course, to our left over here, you can't really see it, but we got the San Jacinto Peak to the left, almost 11,000 feet, just under 11,000 feet to the top. And then, of course, San Gorgonio is to the right of us. And then this is the split where the freeway is. It goes between these incredible mountain peaks here in Southern California. So we've been in the hundreds for almost all summer long. That's going to be breaking here this coming week. We're going to see some double-digit temperatures, 99 degrees, which, to be quite honest, puts the low temperatures in the night into the 60s, and that is quite a drastic change from what we've been experiencing. This summer, we did have a couple of days that were above 120. Last summer was the hottest summer on record. Many of you guys might have been following the wildfires. Of course, Sequoia National Park is burning, and the largest tree in the world by volume, they are wrapping it with aluminum foil on the bottom to try to save it and make sure that it doesn't burn down. It's very difficult to burn a redwood tree. Their roots are as long as they are tall. As tall as that tree are, the roots go down into the ground, and therefore very difficult to burn through that bark. But these fires are threatening Sequoia National Park and so much of California. It's been just tragic watching and being a part of that. Just saddens me. Wildlife and, of course, human life. At risk in these major wildfires. watching from today, and tag a friend. And if you're watching this after the live, do the same. If you have any questions at all about the Coachella Valley area, please let us know, and we will definitely put the information in the comments here. Go on over to CoachellaValley.com. Of course, that is our website and media page. Full-length articles there, information about things going on throughout the Coachella Valley. It's a phenomenal resource. If you have Instagram, you can check us out as well. And Coachella Valley, Instagram.com/Coachella Valley. You can see the windmills right in front of us. We've been passing through one of the windiest places this past in Southern California in general, producing wind power through these windmills for quite some time. Of course, it's very controversial. Not everybody is a believer in this type of renewable resource, but it's been a part of the landscape here for some time. You might have even seen them in so many different movies like Mission Impossible and others that love to film out here and utilize this landscape that you see here. Hey, if you guys are ever through here, you might be, familiar with Hadley's, which is coming up in just a little bit. And of course, the Morongo Casino. You may be able to see it a little bit. We'll be passing it, but it's the only tall building hotel really for miles and miles out here on Indian Reservation. And of course, it was open during the pandemic and still remains open throughout. Morongo Casino. So to get to Orange County from here, you would basically be going on 10 West, and then it splits into 60. And of course, 60 to 91. 91 takes you over to 55 and into Orange County, Newport Beach, and other locations. Probably going to be a beautiful day at the beach today. Our current temperature where we are right this second, 90 degrees. 9:25 a.m. Hey, Simone Fisher. Hope I'm saying it right. Could be Simon. It is beautiful out. Look at that sky. Just bluer than blue. Guys, take a look at our Facebook. You'll see some incredible pictures of our moon last night there in the Coachella Valley with peeking through the clouds. Just spectacular. Of course, we're passing the Amazon truck right there. Probably got my latest order in it. It's heading in the wrong direction though. Passing Cabazon right now. And as we wind around, you might be able to see the Morongo Casino there. back there on the right-hand side, you'll see that tall hotel, sprawling casino next to it. Used to have a big bowling alley there. I'm not sure if that bowling alley is still in existence or if they've actually rebuilt it in some way. A little bit of wind blowing through here. Not unusual. That is why the windmills are spinning. There it is. We're just passing Morongo. So yesterday was Hunter Lopez, Corporal Lieutenant Hunter Lopez, one of the 13 Marines that were killed in Kabul, Afghanistan, just recently. Yesterday, there was a large memorial service out here in La Quinta area. You can see that information as well, and honoring him and his family. Please learn more about him and how you can support that family and their request for a donation in his name. It's a lead article on CoachellaValley.com. So Simon, or Simone, are you from here? Were you originally from here? You say it brings back happy memories? Makes me think that you are no longer here in the Coachella Valley area. So our situation out here with regard to COVID, of course, we have 9 different cities in the Coachella Valley, along with some unincorporated areas. Those 9 cities all have different takes on vaccinations and requirements and masking. Cathedral City and Palm Springs have taken the approach that you pretty much have to show a vaccine or a negative test to eat inside of a restaurant, and the mask mandates are pretty intense in those 2 cities. The other 7 cities don't have quite the same restrictions. They're certainly not requiring mandated vaccines to be able to eat inside. Coachella and Stagecoach are returning. That is the plan in April 2022 after a 2-year hiatus. See the sign right there for Idlewild. Was up there just a few weeks ago. Of course, about 30 degrees cooler, 5,000 feet up. It's a mile high there in Idlewild. The mountains right to the south of me. Through the pass, you might even see a little bit of haze on the horizon. That is a little bit of LA pollution that does creep in to the Coachella Valley here in this particular area. Kind of looks like fog, and sometimes it is fog coming in from the coastal area. You're traveling due west. If we continue on another 80 miles, we'd run right into Los Angeles, Santa Monica, the promenade. Hey, let me know where you guys are viewing from today. That's always fun to see. Something that I learned, actually, the California Hispanic Chamber of Commerce represents 121 different Hispanic Chamber of Commerces throughout California. Had their 42nd annual convention, 3 days, right here in Indian Wells in the Coachella Valley at the Renaissance. Just a beautiful, beautiful hotel. About 500 individuals signed up, came out for those 3 days. The largest regional Hispanic business gathering in the nation. Didn't know that. Had an opportunity, we were invited out there and did a live with the CEO and the president of the California Hispanic Chamber. Very enlightening, very informative. Didn't know the organization had been around that long, and really appreciated the invite. Watching from North Carolina. You know what? Spent a little bit of time in Durham as a kid, actually living there. Ah, there you go. Indio, baby. I love it, AC. So, hey, Ronnie, I want to know, are you seeing any type of weather change or leaves changing now that we're pushing near October? You actually have a fall out there in North Carolina.
In 2 miles, use the left 2 lanes to take exit 93 for California 60 West toward Riverside.
So there it is, 79 Beaumont. And of course, we're going to be heading 60 west toward Riverside and the Mission Inn. Originally from San Francisco. You guys didn't know you're going to wake up this morning and take a ride, did you? Thank you for joining us. Looks like you're sitting right next to us. Appreciate that.
In half a mile, use the left 2 lanes to take exit 93 for California 60 West toward Riverside.
Eagle Mountain.
Use the left 2 lanes to take exit 93.
So where is Eagle Mountain at? I love California as well. So So what is a native daughter of the Golden West? You say that you're a member. Tell me a little bit more while I have you. Hey, Krista Lee, thanks for joining us from Palm Springs. So, very interesting fact, Palm Springs International Airport, I always love saying that, has seen just a resurgence of passengers. In fact, in June and July, if you can believe it, the Palm Springs International Airport, right downtown in Palm Springs, has seen record number of passengers. That includes pre-COVID. We have beaten the records from 2019 in June and July. I'm sure it could be similar in August. We've had a resurgence of people coming out here in this incredible, beautiful area. And of course, we have new airlines. Southwest finally has come out here, along with others that are putting more and more travel plans here, more planes into here, more flights going directly to Vegas, Chicago, New York City, and other locations, which is just spectacular for us in the Coachella Valley. Thanks, AC. I'm going to look it up, and I'm going to learn a little bit more about that historical society. I'm totally curious now. Check out CoachellaValley.com and see our original articles there. Check us out on Instagram, Coachella Valley, and of course on Twitter, an Insider's Guide, and here, Coachella Valley for Facebook. Also, take a look at todayscalifornia.com, another amazing brand that we have. I think you'll just love the stunning pictures that are there. And one more, todayscanada.com. Some more videos and pictures from that country provided by so many different photographers that are a part of the Coachella Valley Media Group. We are pushing over 800,000 social media fans, and we love you all. Krista Lee. There you go. Men and women. That's great. You're welcome. So what are we doing? Very good question. I appreciate you asking. Of course, we're driving. Heading to Orange County. Heading to the beaches of Orange County, Newport Beach, this morning. Going to take advantage of this amazing weekend that we have here. And get out of town for just a bit. Just a day trip. And then packing it in for Monday or Tuesday, and spending a little bit of time out in Vegas for a few days. Then on to Chicago, and then back into the Coachella Valley on October 4th, where the B&P Paribas Open begins its 2-week run at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, the second largest tennis stadium in the world. If you've never seen it, look it up. It's an amazing facility. So here we're going to wind through, this is a kind of a crazy area here on 60 West. You can see all of the this is brand new. This has been being worked on, it seems like, forever. But we're seeing that a lot of the new roads are being deployed as we speak, but you can also see all the barriers still. So we're going to wind through. Don't get sick. Yep, terrible cell service if we lose you. We really appreciate all of you. This is Craige Campbell for CoachellaValley.com, and I appreciate you guys tuning in and spending some time with us. Let's hope I stick on and see how long we live here. It is a beautiful tennis club. Hey, Jasmine. Miss you. Got to get down there and check out the Salton Sea and all the things you're doing. So Jasmine, when's the last time you took a kayak out on that Salton Sea? Love that photo. One of my favorite. It is cool. AC, I feel like you're just riding along with us. It's like blue skies forever. So, we were 90 degrees when we passed Beaumont. We have dropped to 76 already. So as we drive out of the Coachella Valley, of course the temperatures drop as the coastal air begins to cool. All of Southern California is really desert, but of course the Coachella Valley is a special kind of desert. Hot. AC, how do you submit photos? You can send photos via Messenger, right via our Facebook page. You can also email information to media@CoachellaValley.com. Messenger is just the best way. You can go right onto our Facebook page, hit the Messenger. You can add as many photos and videos there. And of course we curate those, along with taking a lot of our own photos. And that's what makes, I think, our page is so spectacular. Is just the contributors, the amazing photographers and individuals that live here or visit here that submit stuff to us. So we hope to see some of your things. Back in spring, you took the kayak out in the Salton Sea. I knew it. I knew that you hadn't packed up that kayak, Jasmine. You know what, I see some posts, and now that things are opening up, we're definitely going to be heading back out there. So many things about the Salton Sea to talk about, and preservation. So many different, it is the Pacific Flyway for so many birds that migrate, of course, from Canada all the way through Mexico, Central America, and they learn to stop at the Salton Sea because of its huge area, no human population basically there, no predators, and as a result, for many, many years, animals have been utilizing, the birds have been utilizing that area. It is very, very sad to see it beginning to dry up, and of course there's so many changes going on there. Geothermal activity. For you guys, the Salton Sea area has been known to be one of the hottest known areas in the world for geothermal, right underneath the crust there. And of course, you know, that brings geothermal plants. And to do that, you got to clear out stuff and eliminate a lot of the environment that's there to put them there. And that's done a lot of damage as well. Once again, it's a discussion that goes on all the time about renewable sources and the environment, you know, whether it's windmill, whether it's solar, whether it's geothermal. Well, gosh, we made it actually through the pass, and we didn't drop anything. So you guys are still with us. Yes, the Salton Sea needs a lot of help. Not enough money to restore it, but we do hope to, obviously. In fact, there's been quite a lot of money out there, but it seems like a lot of it goes into studies more than it actually goes into the production of preservation of land. So reach out to Jasmine. She's really up to date about all those things, and I hope to reconnect with her very shortly. So we are 2+, so now we're in the carpool lane, but it is Saturday, so you're not seeing as much traffic as you might see on a general Friday, of course, with people going into LA, traveling through this area. This is a I-10 and 60 here, you know, very common transportation route from Phoenix all the way into Los Angeles, both ways. So So the road said it's Merino Beach, but there's no beach. Well, actually, there's tons of beach. It's sand. There's just no water. So it's an interesting street name, Merino Beach. Of course, this is the Merino Valley now that we're traveling through. It's the bridge between Banning Beaumont and Riverside. If you guys have never been to the Mission Inn at 91 and 60, right there, most incredible historical spot. I love it. I love the inn there. During Christmas time, they decorated up. Definitely a place to check out. Some very interesting events there. So the Salton Sea was actually a accident. They were cutting a canal in the Colorado River, and they ended up having a huge flood that diverted the Colorado River, and it took them years to stop that flow of water. The Salton Sea is below sea level, and as a result, the water ended up pooling there and made, people do not know this, but the Salton Sea, although it is a mistake, is the largest lake in California. At one point, it was a resort. They had boats. They had all kinds of things happening there. But as it's dried up and dehydrated, the salt levels have grown. And in fact, underneath the Salton Sea are still railroad tracks because they used to mine the salt there before the water actually flowed in there. So at the bottom of the Salton Sea, you can find railroad tracks. And as it continues to evaporate, the saline content continues to grow to the point of, well, not a lot of things then can live there. However, you'd be surprised at how much life is there. Like I said, it is, I believe, 80%. That could be wrong, but I believe that's a correct number, or close to 80% of the Pacific flyway birds that are migrating through Canada to Mexico and back use the Salton Sea as grounds. And in fact, we have pelicans that have just decided to stay there. They're not at the beach. They figured out that the Salton Sea, that they can hang out all year round and they don't have to go nowhere. So it is also a place where bird watching, there are bird watching events that go on that people from all over the world actually come out to be able to see species that you cannot see anywhere because of the makeup of that Salton Sea and how large it is, and how much, as I said, there's no really a lot of large human population, and there's not a lot of natural predators there in the Salton Sea, which makes it perfect for those birds to actually stop over and do their thing. There you go. Our resident expert, Jasmine, letting us know that there are definitely fish in the Salton Sea still. Tapia, what other kind of fish are there, Jasmine? So, of course, as we get closer to the Riverside 91, moving through Marina Valley to the 91, traffic gets a little bit tighter and maybe not so much fun to be watching. Well, the birds aren't dying, just that as the water begins to, as the sea begins to recede, you would expect in time, that's a man-made lake, so it shouldn't even be there. So in time, if it's not fed with any water, it will evaporate, and as a result will not be available for the birds to even utilize. As far as the fish, it has a lot to do with the saline content. There's an algae buildup. It gets very, very hot. Algae builds up and makes a layer on top of the water, really suffocating, sucking the oxygen out of the water, and as a result, it's much more difficult for fish to survive there. So tilapia, desert pupfish, and sailfin mollies. Sounds cute. Sailfin mollies. So we'll be sticking around for just a little bit longer, of course. Don't want to just show you traffic. But I'm having a good time. I'm really glad that you guys have joined me on my little cruise to Orange County this morning. 71 degrees. Continues to drop and get cool. Feels really, really nice. Almost time to open up the windows. I was running air conditioning. 90 degrees at 9:30 this morning. Just driving through the Banning Pass. Of course, the temperatures in the Coachella Valley well into triple digits again today. But it's breaking. Next Tuesday or Wednesday, I haven't really pulled up the weather in a while. But we should see double-digit temperatures for the first time in a long time out here in the Coachella Valley. Yes, both the agriculture, Krista, the agriculture runoff, along with some of the rivers have polluted the Salton Sea. Definitely had some pollution and some dumps and release of sewage there. Makes it very, very difficult. It's blue skies forever. So once again, you kind of see that layer. It's a combination of, some of it is the coastal airway coming through, but really you're seeing just that little layer of pollution that is sitting out there. There's literally mountains to the right of us, and you can barely see. Did you guys know Big Bear, Running Springs, Arrowhead Lake to the right of us, and then of course Riverside and Newport Beach up here to the left of us. Was up in Arrowhead just recently. Tried to get out as much as possible. Arrowhead Lake was buzzing. It was popping. It was actually very warm, 90 degrees up there. Also 1 mile high, about 5,000 feet up there. Did a little Airbnb. It was the cutest thing, called the Honey Pot, and right there in town. Really an incredible location. Walked right to the lake, and so much activity. Of course, the village there. There's the Arrowhead Brewing Company, which is a lot of fun. Another spectacular place, easy to get to. Just a little over an hour drive, and you're up in the mountains to Arrowhead. Idlewild, on the other hand, Coachella Valley is also 55 minutes away from the middle of town in Palm Springs and or Palm Desert, and you're 5,000 feet in the air. Phenomenal village, jazz music festival up there, all kinds of things happening. Hey Alan, what's going on? Hey guys, let us know where you are watching from. We're going to continue on as long as you guys stay with. I'm not getting out of the car. At least not yet. Since we're talking about the Coachella Valley, some interesting things. They're at the Cathedral City Agua Caliente Casino on Wednesdays, there's actually a cornhole league. I mean, who knew? It's outside. It's got 14 different sets of regulation. I think it's 27 feet. It's regulation cornhole. All ages. And it's just like a bowling league. And it is packed out Wednesdays. It starts at 6 o'clock and runs till 9 o'clock. Take a look at CoachellaValley.com. We have an article about that as well. Just an interesting, fun outing. And of course, attached to the casino there makes it very interesting. You have food available and other things at your disposal. Of course, you see the motorcycles drive in between the cars just past us. That is absolutely legal in California. And before the helmet law, imagine that. Remember doing it as a teenager. I've had a motorcycle license since I was 16 years old, and was crazy enough, of course, before helmet laws, to drive through all kinds of traffic just like that. I'm very thankful I'm alive. $70 degrees here in Moreno Valley as we're dropping into Riverside soon. We'll be taking the 91 toward Newport Beach, and of course 55 south connecting. If you guys haven't been to the Sawdust Festival or the Pageant of the Masters there in Laguna Beach, another spectacular need to put on your bucket list to do. Right in front of us, guys, it's just huge mountains, but you really cannot see them. They're blanketed by this, you can just see this film or cloud. It looks like a cloud or a line of kind of dirtiness, and it literally is covering up these beautiful mountains. We do get days, Santa Ana winds, and it could be just clearer than clear, and it's really...
In 1.5 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 34B for California 91 west toward Riverside Beach Cities.
Really something spectacular. Hey, Jose, what's going on? Reedley, California. Corn, onion, tomatoes, etc. Great, friendly people. Indio inspecting, spending time in Indio inspecting. So are you an inspector? Is that what you do? Of course, the Coachella Valley, rich in agriculture. People don't even know that we produce Thompson seedless grapes by the miles out here. One of the largest date growers in all the United States and around the world. On and on. We have agriculture for days and a life out there, and it is something super spectacular. And if you've ever been in those fields in the East Valley, in the Coachella Valley, and Imperial County, it's something spectacular. Whether it's strawberries or I don't even know. There's so many things. Give you a little bit of...
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 34B for California 91 west toward Riverside Beach Cities.
Artichokes are amazing.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 34B.
So check out this bridge. I mean, it's, you know, one one of the recognizable hallmark things of California are these crazy overpasses, and they keep building them, thinking that they're going to eliminate traffic, but it just seems like it just creates more traffic. So as we wind around here, you guys will get just a beautiful, hopefully you can see over the bridge and to downtown Riverside. Of course, the university is here, right in front of us. Let us know where you're watching from, and share this with a friend. Tag somebody. Of course, here we are, the very first exit. I mentioned Mission Inn right here downtown. Very historical. If you have not checked out Riverside lately, it is totally worth a visit. A lot of fun. The historical district and area is well rich in history and well worth spending time. Fresno, hey Renee. You guys are still a little bit warm up there as well in Fresno, and have a tremendous amount of agriculture as well. You guys ever get up to wine? You guys get up to the wine district up there at all? Into Napa or Sonoma? Roads have gotten a little bit choppy. Look at the wall. Look at the retaining wall to my right. I mean, they're large, quite ornate, beautiful. No graffiti there. A lot of times when they put that cement print, they just don't put the graffiti on there. Corona, Anaheim, Long Beach. Long Beach, 53 miles. Anaheim, 35 miles. Destination today, Orange County. Should be arriving in about 40 minutes. About traveling, of course, on Saturday is you can see that the freeways are relatively open. Freeway speeds right now, we're traveling almost 80 miles an hour, and we are in the second to the slowest lane. So it gives you a perspective on the speeds that we're traveling right now. Of course, my driver slowed down 10 miles an hour right after I said that. Hey Juan, we are heading to Orange County. We started off in the Coachella Valley. You know, we saw the windmills and everything else, and decided to fire up this live. So you guys have been traveling with us for about 30 miles so far, which has been a lot of fun. So today's destination is Orange County, Newport Beach. Heading to the beach for the day, and then we'll be coming back a little bit later this evening. Have a trip planned to Las Vegas Monday or Tuesday, so get prepared for that on Sunday. Gotta have one day to get the laundry done. Hey guys check out CoachellaValley.com, and of course our Instagram, Coachella Valley. Also Today'sCalifornia.com. That's our Facebook page, and also Instagram, Today's California. Spectacular photos, videos of the entire California and, of course, Southern California region. If you're interested in submitting photos, you can do it as well. We have some information on how you can do that there. Always love to see your videos and photos of what you guys are up to and sharing them with our fans across our social media network. Thank you. Appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Juan. Temperature is 73 degrees. Clear skies. %0 chance of rain. Let us know where you guys are watching from. It's always a lot of fun. And of course, if you're watching this after the live, leave us any comments that you like, any questions that you might have, and we'll do our best to answer those questions. Hey, we love your likes. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Tag a friend. You can see our palm trees. Look at that. Freeway lined with palm trees. Passing through Riverside, California. You know, don't you always wonder what it is that makes, you know, you're just traveling along and then all of a sudden you're going to come to a complete stop. So typical for our freeways here in Southern California. So something unique that you may not know, our Facebook on Coachella Valley, also Today's California and Today's Canada, we are producing a live sports show, national sports show, 12:30 every day, well, not every day, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Very interesting. You guys should tune in. We're doing some giveaways and different things that make it a lot of fun. And of course, we have different commentators coming in. Barry Long too. Let's go live with Barry Long. He's our host, presented by Coachella Valley Media Group. A little different than ESPN, but still all the national news that you might enjoy. In addition to that, guys, something also new that we've started off with in the Coachella Valley is we have a Friday night live halftime show presented by the Desert Sands Educational Foundation, and of course streamed on Coachella Valley. And we give you all the updated scores. We're usually broadcasting from Sideline, and they're in Indio, California, the stadium right there. Kevin Pillow is our host. I'll give you the updates of all the different scores and the division standings throughout the Coachella Valley. Very enjoyable show. Was there last night. In fact, you can go to our Facebook page and find it, and you can actually take a look at that show. Trying to be as creative as possible and bring you as much talent and information about our area in different ways. And of course, Facebook and others have given us so many different tools. Oh, by the way, we have a YouTube page too, Coachella Valley. So forgot to mention that as well. So a lot of different ways to get information and see different things about where we're living. Of course, right now we're traveling through Riverside and on our way to Orange County. And we're not in the Coachella Valley, but of course nearby. Coachella Valley is 100 miles directly east of Los Angeles. To give you a perspective. If you took I-10, 100 miles east from Santa Monica, LA, you would hit Palm Springs, California. Coachella Valley made up of 9 different cities and a couple of unincorporated areas. And of course, the famed Golden Voices Coachella Fest. It's coming back. It's going to be here in April once again. And of course, Stagecoach is coming back in addition. California's Country Music Festival on the same grounds, the same polo grounds as where Coachella is also held. Coachella 2 different weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. About 100,000 in attendance per day. Huge outdoor festivals, and of course, one of the largest in the world. Passing through Corona. Hey guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Maybe take a stop and get myself a little bit of gas, a little bit of liquid, and let you guys get back to the things that you're doing. Really appreciate it. This is Craige Campbell for Coachella Valley and today's California. And thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you. Talk to you next time.